point of all the sides of this paper. This paper is 11 inches long. And what's the midway point of, what's halfway across 11? What's half of 11 inches? 5.5, 5.5. So 5.5 here, and then 5.5 over here. Once I've found the halfway point of this side and this side, I'm going to draw a line connecting those two marks I've made. Like that. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I need to see Ashton Tom's.
Okay. Then I need to find the midway point of this width of the paper. That is 8.5 inches wide. So what's half of 8.5? No. 4.5 times 2 is 9. What's half of 8.5? 4 1/4. So right there. 4 1/2 is right here. 4 1/4 is right there. So 4 1/4 up here. 4 1/4. Oh, that's 3 1/4. 4 1/4 down here. And once I get those lines, or those marks made, I'm going to draw the line all the way across my paper. Remember, push harder with the hand holding the ruler than with the hand holding the pencil, or you're going to move your pencil with your ruler, or move your ruler with your pencil. Right? You don't need a super dark line. Then you just can't erase it if you make a mistake. Okay, now simply all you're going to do is go from the corner of your paper to this intersection that you've created with your lines. Don't try to go, for one, your ruler's not long enough to go from corner to corner of your paper. So you can't make it all the way across. But it won't line up either. This corner, the center point of your paper, and this corner do not line up. So just go from the corner of your paper to the center point and draw a line. Do that with all 4 corners. Oh, and by the way, Ashton or Serenity and Gavin, we're doing an optical illusion. You're going to create some op art. That's looking pretty good. Okay, our next goal is to find the midpoint of each one of these sections. The measurement here is 5.5, if you remember. Half of 5.5 is 2.75, 2 3/4 inches. So that is right here. So just right in between 2.5 and 3. Each time I make one of those marks, I'm going to go from that mark to the center point. Do what? Did you get it, Layla?
Yeah, but what do you have to do
You'll have to come up here, hon. I can't. I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, the halfway point here. This one's a little bit trickier. It's 2 1/8. And I measured off just a little bit because I'm at an angle, I think. Is everybody to this point? Come on up here, Layla. Let me see your paper. Find the midpoint of these. This is 2 1/4. 2 3/4. I'm off just a little bit on some of them. It helps if you look straight down on your paper. I can't look straight down on my paper right now. You need to stand up and look straight down on it. It helps you make a better mark. Okay, now I have all of my lines that are pointing to the center. Do what? The measurement? You don't know the measurement? This is a 1/2 inch. This is a 1/2 inch right here. 0. Wait, you can't see that. 0 to 1/2. I'll help you in just a second, okay? Okay, so now I need to draw in my floor and my walls. The lines that go from the corners of my paper to the center point are the corners of my walls, where my floor meet my walls. I'm going to draw lines going straight across. Oh, I did not hold my rulers hard enough. As my lines get closer to my center point, I need them to get closer together because they're getting further away. As things get further away from me, they get smaller, or they appear to get smaller. That's perspective. Makes them look like they're further away. Yes, that's the floor. And then I'm going to do the walls, coming straight up from that. Make sure that my ruler is parallel with the side of my paper and lined up with my floor lines. Oh, did that right? Yeah. Notice I didn't go all the way up to this corner line here because I'm going to have an arched roof. So I want to stay down a little bit further. Give myself a little bit more room for that arched roof. Okay, so this next part just has to be sketched. kind of connecting the dots. Okay.